Hi, this is Tajci, and thanks for being here. I love your comments, I love the feedback, and I love that you're here watching today. One of my friends, Ken Fries, who is also a great health coach, watched these webisodes, and he said, wow, I really love them. And he said, they remind me of Mr. Rogers. So I wore my little sweater just in honor of Mr. Rogers' sweater. And you know, I remember when I watched Mr. Rogers with my kids as they were growing up, I loved just how he was real and how he kind of like, you know, we were invited into his world and we were his neighbors. It was so intimate and everything was such a beautiful slow pace. There was no rush in his world. And I have to tell you, I miss that. I miss that. We live in such a high speed world. Everything is happening so fast. I, for one, always feel like I'm a generation behind the iPhones of the world, and I'm always a software update behind. I can't keep up. There's so much that we're constantly bombarded with. And yet we're here also to bring the change into the world. So I'm asking you to make the change within so we can change, bring the positive change into our world. I am really excited about everything that's happening and all these people who are saying, enough. I want to be able to stop and take a breath. And I am stopping, and I am taking a breath, and I am changing the world. I want to share with you a story. When my oldest son was very little, he saw this advertisement for these running shoes, sports shoes. And the advertising said, with these shoes on, you'll be able to jump up high, high, high. And it showed a basketball player shoot off like, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet in the air. So I took my son to buy the shoes. I knew I was paying not just for the shoes, but for a valuable lesson. So I played along. So we bought the shoes, he put them on, he got out of the store, got on the sidewalk and jumped up high, and nothing happened. And he was so disappointed. And I explained that, well, the jumping part is really you have to do the work. The shoes is just what you have on. And he said, but they showed it in the advertising, they made me believe. And I said, well, you just have to kind of like know that that's what's happening. And then he was even more disappointed when he said, why would anyone be dishonest and do such thing to a little kid? Yes, I want to ask the same question. What really drives us to do that to each other? What are the motivations behind? And how do we then really protect not our children, but also ourselves from that? One area I often think about it is what makes, like, you know, the food industry to make us believe that all this modified food, all this processed food is really good for us when we see that it's not, when we see how many illnesses are caused by it. And this is one area where I feel encouraged also, because in just our grocery store, you know, over just a year or so, you can see the change. When the organic section and produce section was tiny, now it's bursting, organic product, or all the aisles, in all the aisles. I grew up in a system that didn't allow for much choice. Everything was regulated and provided by the government. Government jobs, the government housing, the fuel, the food, vacations, even the packages that we received for the day of children's joy, which was New Year's Eve from Grandpa Frost, even those packages were provided by the government. So we didn't have much choice. And I did like, you know, the fact that we were told the point of the system was to have everybody equally, you know, equal. And as the system was crumbling, we, of course, it revealed it wasn't so ideal and so perfect. And then I traveled around America and I just learned how people live. I see how many choices we have and what choices we choose to make. So I'm asking you to really be able to stop and breathe. We get stuck in the hamster wheel. We have to work, we have to take care of our families. It gets too convenient. We just grab what's there. We just grab whose message is the loudest. We take it and we just can't get off. But we have to. We have to say enough. We have to breathe. And then to really discern, who do we trust? And where do we say, I'm not sure about the motivations behind this. We have to know what's really good for our soul, for us, and for the world around us. We've been told, we've been waiting for too long, we've been lied to, we've been wrong, we've got nothing but bags of fool's gold. I'm done playing for the prize, I'm cutting off all ropes and ties, letting go, free my soul. Standing tall, clearing voices in my head. Where are clouds that will bring the rain? I want a clear, clear mind and a clear, clear heart, so I can breathe, breathe air, unafraid and unrestrained, propelled by love and enlightened by grace, so I can breathe, breathe air again. And I don't really care if you don't like my song. Just because you're right, it doesn't make me wrong. And it's okay if you don't like my style. It might be me, still doesn't make us who we are. I want a clear, clear mind and a clear, clear heart, so I can breathe, breathe air, unafraid and unrestrained, propelled by love and enlightened by grace, so I can breathe, breathe air again. We've been told all will be just fine if we only keep our voices down, but I have to sing and I want to laugh. I'm stepping out of the line, you can have my place, I don't really mind. I'm on my way to see what I can find. Standing tall, clearing voices in my head. Where are clouds that will bring the rain? I want a clear, clear heart and a clear, clear mind, so I can breathe, breathe air, unafraid and unrestrained, propelled by love and enlightened by grace, so I can breathe, breathe air again. Breathe, 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 breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe again. Breathe, 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 breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe again. So breathe. Take a deep breath and take it all in and make the change. The change within to come back to what really matters. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. This episode was brought to you by Isaiah's Way Nutrition. I have a personal experience with Linda Baer, the founder and the health coach of Isaiah's Way Nutrition. I was dealing with some persistent pain, and Linda's program helped me to identify which foods were aggravating it, and within days I was pain-free. So click on the link below and find out how the food that we eat can really heal and nourish our bodies so we can live awakened, full, and healthy lives.